Yo, Shabar with the video. Having small calves is something nobody wants, but still many people have them. So why do you have small calves? Well, the first reason is likely because of your genetics. For any muscle, genetics play a huge role in how they will look once you've trained them for a while. And this is especially true for your calf muscles. So I guarantee you've seen a person with big calves before, and you ask them what their calf routine is, and they say, I don't even train my calves. And the reason for this is because of their genetics. So somebody that is not genetically predisposed to having big calves will likely have small calves even if they actually are training their calves really hard in the gym. If you want to know if you will have big or small calves once you start training for a while, all you need to do is look at your parents' calves and compare both of them. If your parents have small calves, that means you're likely going to have small calves too. If they have big calves, you're most likely going to have big calves too. But this isn't always the case. So you may be wondering, if you have bad genetics, does bad genetics ruin your chances of growing your calves anyways? Well, no. And there are many other factors other than just genetics that determine how big your calves are going to be. One factor is how hard you're training them and if you're training them frequently. Which brings us to our second reason why your calves are so small. And that's because you are not training your calves enough. So I want you to think of your favorite muscle that you like training and compare that to your calves. Do you train that muscle as frequently as your calves? So for me, it's my legs. So I love training legs. I'll give you a different example. So let's say my biceps is my favorite muscle to train. So if I like pushing myself hard to close to failure on my biceps, then you want to treat your calf muscles the same way. You just want to make sure that you're training your calves how you would train your favorite muscle. So you want to increase the intensity, the volume, and the weight that you are using when performing various calf exercises. And if you really want to increase your calf size, you probably should dedicate an entire day to training your calves. What this could look like is you train calves twice a week and dedicate those 2 days out of the week specifically just to train your calves and nothing else. So here are some quick ways to help you transform your calves and eventually get bigger calves in the future. The first one is high frequency. You want to train your calves at least twice a week so you can actually build more muscle. If you're a beginner, calves should grow faster because of newbie gains since you've never lifted a day in your life. And then second, you want to use heavy weight. This is like what I was talking about when I said you want to train your calves like your favorite muscle. When you use heavy weight, up the intensity and have a lot of volume in session. And then you want to make sure that you're using full range of motion, because at the stretch part of an exercise, especially for your calves, that's where you will see the most amount of growth occur. And then obviously you want to make sure that you are implementing progressive overload. Progressive overload can happen in various ways. You can progressively overload by slowing down the eccentric of your lift to make the lift harder, increasing weight, which is the most common way to progressively overload. And then the most important thing out of all of these things is probably patience. You want to be patient because your calves are going to likely take a longer time to grow than any other muscle.